So we're talking about Governor DeSantis in Florida and the impact he's having on the race and really the larger discussion in our country. And what I dismiss really as culture war politics, a form of demagoguery where a politician tries to look at issues that shape some of the reckonings of our society and use them as a substitute for policy ideas. Why? Because it's easier and it makes people nervous. But what I dismiss, the NAACP takes very seriously, so much so that they have issued a travel advisory for people of color, for minorities, for the LGBTQ community, saying don't go to Florida because they are openly hostile to you. Is that too much? Marsha Ellison, president of the Fort Lauderdale and Broward County, Florida branch of the NAACP, joins us right now. Marsha, thank you so much. I'm sorry to disappoint you by not being Dan Abrams, but I will do my best. They are going to try to increase my IQ 60, 70 points so I could be about half of what he is. But please help me understand why this was an appropriate measure for the NAACP.
Thank you, Chris. First of all, we're not saying don't come to Florida. What we're saying is you should really be informed if you decide to come. Prior to coming, understand what you'd be facing should you come here if you're in one of those groups. So it's a travel advisory, not a ban. And what it does, it's a call to action, and certainly it is an awakening for those individuals who may not know who we are in Florida under this governor. And so that is where it is necessary because, it wasn't just, say, the national office voted on Saturday. The Florida State Conference, we have a large membership here in Florida. We voted unanimously to ask the National Board of Directors to issue a travel ban to Florida, travel advisory to Florida, because of all the draconian, what we call racist laws that have come on since 2019, since the governor took office.
Oh, well, help us understand what the risk is. So somebody from the LGBTQ plus community or a Black person who wants to go down to Florida, what do you envision may happen to them?
Well, first of all, let's back up. So if you go back and look at the laws that have passed under this current administration, you would understand that we started with say the George Floyd march, peaceful marches. The governor decided that he didn't want, and the majority of them were Black and people of color protesting. So then became a anti-peaceful protest bill. So now he doesn't even want you, if something's going wrong, police brutality, whatever, he wants you to shut up. And you could have to be charged and prosecuted with a felony. Then you go on to all the work that we did to returning citizens to the eligibility for the voting rolls. It passes, we're all happy. This administration comes back and then takes off hundreds of thousands of minorities off of the rolls yet again. So you come here, you could get into trouble if the interpretation of a large crowd could be interpreted as a riot, you get arrested, there could be issues. You could lose your voting rights. Then you go into, if you're here and you see where our children are, you see that they're erasing history. You understand that, that obviously Blacks have no value to this governor and this administration. Coming here puts you in the middle of what's happening for us. If the situation with the immigrants, you may be mistaken for one and have an issue. We have now become the home of permitless carry. So already in a state where my phone looks like a weapon, where my comb looks like a weapon, where my driver's license that I'm handing to you looks like a weapon, we have now become the new home of permitless carry. And when you talk about litigation, if you were going to do that and winning cases, the courts have been stacked over the course of the years. It's difficult to get a Black judge, which you felt like you would have a shot at it. So how it looks here is not how when you come on vacation, it doesn't look the same. That's not real life for all of us. And so when people, before they come, we just want folk to know that. There are plenty of stories where we're getting calls from people who were from any of the LGBTQ community, the Black community, where have they been attacked, they've not been able to get justice in any way. So just know that where we are now is not in a good space. But if you feel safe and you are not concerned at all, then we're not telling people not to come. Just be very, very aware.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.